Good evening, everybody. You are all very, very welcome. And I'm so excited this evening to be introducing to you my next three authors for Unstoppable Stories. And Unstoppable Stories, my goodness, it's been a project that's only come about the last number of weeks, and the energy that's being created, the excitement, the magic that's happened. It's just been a powerful, such an enjoyable time as well. And Unstoppable Stories is all about 20 powerful women coming together to share their magic, to share their wealth of knowledge and their own personal stories, and also to give key takeaways and tools and strategies for our readers. So it's a really exciting time. And this evening, I'm so delighted to have with me the beautiful Sharon McNulty, Vicky Blades, and Lisa Benson. A huge warm welcome to you all, ladies, and thank you for taking your time out this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us, Geraldine.
And I say this evening, but we have the lovely Lisa, who's coming in all the way from Australia, Lisa, and it's very early for you.
It certainly is. It's about 6 a.m. here, so that's all right. Bright and early, ready for the day.
Ready for the day ahead. Incredible. So what we're going to do first is that we're going to introduce all our beautiful authors that are with me this evening. And Sharon, I'm going to come to you first, just to introduce yourself to our audience. Who is Sharon McNulty?
Thank you, Geraldine. So I'm Sharon McNulty. I'm the workspace organising specialist behind Joyful Spaces. And my mission is to assist busy and overwhelmed business owners in optimizing, organising and streamlining their workspaces. So I help them become more productive, efficient and save them money.
Incredible, Sharon, and what a purposeful service to provide.
Yeah. It's something now people are just getting on to now. You still need joy at work.
You do, yeah. And that's when the productivity happens. Thank you so much, Sharon. And next, I'm going to move on to the lovely Vicky. Vicky, you're very, very welcome.
Thank you so much. Absolutely delighted to be here. I am a communications coach, and I particularly focus on voice, on video, and on visibility. And that's because I'm a professional actress, and I blend my acting skills with coaching to really help, particularly women in business, female entrepreneurs, to stand out and speak up and be heard, because I believe that women have lots of what I call visibility blocks, and lots of things that get in our way subconsciously sometimes. Sometimes it's just historically, socially, that's the way we've been brought up. And I'm on a mission to help people smash through those visibility blocks, to stop hiding and start stepping onto the stage and stepping into the spotlight, so we can hear all the amazing wisdom that women have to share with others.
Beautiful, Vicky. What a powerful message. And, every woman has it within them, Vicky. And it's like
100%.
Anything, once you start doing it, it does become, you never be fully comfortable. You never be fully like, this is like fully comfortable. But the more you do it, the more it becomes more natural.
Absolutely. And what I really want to emphasize is that it's a skill that anyone can learn. It's not natural to be a great public speaker. Everybody knows it's, the third most frightening thing everybody thinks. But it is a skill that absolutely anybody can learn, I promise you. And the same with camera confidence, and the same with starting to talk about your message and yourself and your business and telling your story, which is so important. It's definitely a skill that can be learned. Now I'm here to help.
Yeah, incredible. Great to have you here, Vicky. And last but not least, we have got the lovely Lisa Benson. You're very, very welcome, Lisa.
Thank you, Geraldine. It's so exciting to be here. The energy of this group is just beautiful. And I am an author, and I have recently written a book called Where Have I Been All My Life? How I finally grew up after a life of putting up, giving up and shutting up. So there's a lot of synergies between what you just said, Vicky, with my story. So what I'm talking about in this Unstoppable Stories chapter is the perfectionism part of the story. So my expertise area is perfectionism, which is probably not it's a little bit ironic that, something that if we get worse at it, we're improving. So it's a little bit interesting there. So I'm going to help the readers hopefully see the pitfalls of perfectionism and how it stops us from being unstoppable. So it's sort of like turning it on its head a little bit. And my motto is stop trying, start being, because I spent most of my life doing the exact opposite. So I'm trying to show people that perfectionism is a massive block and will stop you from being unstoppable.
Incredible, Lisa. That's really, really powerful. And almost towards the end of your book, it's been such an incredible read. And you have won multiple awards for your book, Lisa.
I certainly have. It's been such a surprise. I really am absolutely honoured that, over the last few months, it's been award season and I've got 5 or 6 awards. So it's just helping spread the word. So I'm very grateful for those awards to help spread the messages to more people.
Incredible, Lisa. So thank you so much. So I'm going to go back, Sharon, to yourself. And I would love for you to share, I believe, Sharon, we all have an unstoppable purpose to share with the world, a message that we really want to get out into the world to make difference and create impact. And I would love for you, Sharon, to share yours with our viewers and listeners this evening.
Oh, definitely, Geraldine. I have done a lot of research into clutter, mess, disorganization, and the effect it has on us. And that's what I want to share, because the space we live and work in has a huge impact on our mental health and our mental wealth. And it impacts our mood, efficiency, and overall well-being. And by doing simple steps, simple achievable steps, anybody can do this. They can too be unstoppable. So they don't need to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and tidying continuously. So for me, I want to share how they can also be unstoppable within their home or within their work. It can be done.
And Sharon, honestly, we were searching for a Halloween costume. Kiana has fancy dress tomorrow and her order hasn't arrived. So I had to go to one of the attics and I was like, oh my goodness, and it does, it is like a battle before you even start knowing where to look.
That's it. And a lot of people just don't know how to let go of things. They keep them just in case, or they keep them because they feel guilty letting it go because they spent good money on them. So that's what I do. I was trained by Marie Kondo, the Japanese tidying expert, and we do it in a gentle, reflective way so that they're letting go of things without feeling guilty. And as you say, Geraldine, attics all around the country are just filled with stuff. And I just want to help people start to move that energy and I suppose get the better energy flow.
Yeah, beautiful, Sharon. Thank you so much. And Vicky, coming to yourself, your purpose for the world. I know you have a very, very powerful message that you just shared there. So what is your unstoppable purpose, Vicky?
My unstoppable purpose is to tell women to stop hiding and start stepping into the spotlight and owning the room. We all have what I call hiding habits, and some of them are so ingrained. Funny, Lisa, perfectionism is a perfect example. It's something that gets in the way of you actually kind of getting on with life, and actually clutter is another way. I know lots of women that have, like you say, houses full of stuff, and then they spend such a lot of time and energy organizing the stuff, not getting rid of it, just reorganizing it. So these are what I call hiding habits. And there's other ones. There's, always that constant feeling that we're not enough. We're not experienced enough. We're not qualified enough. I know for a fact that, women, when they look at a job description, if they don't fit 100% of the criteria, they won't apply. Not the same for men. Men, they look at it and 60%, yeah, almost there. Great. I'll apply for that job. And there's so many more examples. We do lots of this before that is a really common hiding habit. For example, I can't start a business until I've got a website. I can't make a video until I've had a haircut. And all of those things that we from small to big, that just get in the way of standing up, speaking our truth, and passing on our message. And I would love to find a way that we could all just, and I know you guys have, because you're all amazing, but to find a way for women, because women have so much wisdom. It's just innate, you know, and women together, wow, that's like just a magic formula. And so we need to see more of that in the world, because I honestly believe that if women start running the world, it's going to look really different. So yes, we need women out there to stand up and speak out and be fearless and unstoppable in getting their message out there. That's
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely incredible. And you know, the when I was starting to create the strategy for the book and calling the people that I felt really aligned for the book, you know, I had a couple of guys in my mind, and I started reaching out to my female connections first, and all of a sudden I had a female woman empowerment book just waiting to happen, you know. And it's beautiful, it's powerful, and men of course play an important role, but you know, when women come together, Vicky, as you said, you know, powerful magic,
yeah,
for
sure.
Yeah, lovely. And Lisa, for yourself, I know you have a very powerful message throughout the world, and your message is already creating impact and change in people's lives, which is so beautiful. But I would love for you to share your unstoppable message.
Thank you, Geraldine. Yes, the main overriding purpose for me is to help other people, and especially women, feel less alone, because I think everyone thinks that everyone else has their life sorted, but we all have problems, and we all have, you know, shames, we all make mistakes, and it's about sharing those stories. And I think through my vulnerability, because when I was at school, I was known as Little Miss Perfect. So if Little Miss Perfect can reveal all of these things that have happened in my life, which is just normal, it's not anything that anyone doesn't go through, that I think it can connect us, and to give the power, show the power of our authenticity. And by breaking down all those limiting beliefs about ourselves and the perfectionism, and, you know, it's a procrastination. So just showing that, you know, we're all in this together. And as Vicky said, when we come together, women come together, there is so much power. And it's very much in society, it's like competitive. It seems like we're all against each other, but really deep down, we're all, you know, we're working together for a common goal. And I just want to show people also not to put up with what we've put up with for generations. So it's really about making us feel connected and less alone.
Yeah, beautiful, Lisa. And it leads into where exactly I'm going now. As you shared, when women come together, it's powerful, it's beautiful, and deep down there's a sense that people genuinely want to help each other and want to see each other doing well. And I'm going to come, Sharon, to you first for this one. Is that, you know, we've only really built this community over the last number of weeks, and already we're seeing connections being created, magic happening. We're going on a call tonight at 9 p.m. with a writing session with our beautiful publisher Karen Weaver, and again a powerful session. You know, what does that community and being part of this like female empowerment, Sharon, mean to you?
Oh, it's so important, Geraldine. For me, I liken it to a battery. One battery on its own is fine. It'll light a torch, it will do whatever. But the more batteries you put together and the more magnets you put together, the greater the force, the greater the impact. And for me, that's so important. Yes, I could have my voice out there, and it's one voice, and you know, it would get to many people. But whenever so many of us come together, it's going to be louder, we're going to have a greater reach, and we're going to make so much of a difference. So for me, that's the big one.
Yeah, that's absolutely beautiful. And creating that difference, Sharon, is so important. Thank you so much. And Vicky, for you, because I know that you do love the whole female empowerment and part of many networks together. And, you know, what does it mean to you, Vicky, to be part of this collaboration and part of this whole empowerment project?
I don't know where to begin. Well, I'm going to begin with a play I was in about 6 years ago called The Vagina Monologues. If you haven't seen it, go and see it. It's absolutely astonishing, by the amazing Eve Ensler, who's now called V, also very much about women's empowerment. But it happened to be, aside from having an all-female cast, we happened to have an all-female crew with a female director and a female stage manager. And it was honestly one of the most uplifting experiences of my life. I'd never experienced such sort of, like, the room just crackled with power and creativity and fun and joy. And I couldn't wait to go to bed at night so that I could get up in the morning and go to rehearsal. It was just completely different to anything I'd experienced before. And I think at that moment I realized, you know, what a force women are when they come together. And since then, you know, having joined a couple of all female you know, business networks as well, I'm like, wow, you know, we are genuinely so supportive of each other, so encouraging and willing and helpful. I just honestly feel like when we get together, we can achieve anything. And like you say, even just in the few short weeks that, you know, I've been involved with this project, you know, we had our first sort of writing session, and it was just, everybody was just sort of in this magical flow. So yes, women working together is, I think, absolutely magic, so important, and I love it.
Incredible, beautiful, Vicky. Thank you so much. And for yourself, Lisa, the power of that connection. And, you know, I feel very blessed to have a huge international connection coming into Unstoppable Stories, because the world's such a beautiful place and it's so much more connected. You know, you mentioned there you have a 30-hour flight ahead of you now, very soon, to come to the incredible Crom Castle. But then in terms of being able to hop on a call like this, we're together in seconds, you know. So I would just love to hear your perspective, Lisa, on being part of the community and what that means for you.
Yes, it is. It's amazing. And I agree with what Sharon and Vicky have said. But it's also, it brings in all the different perspectives. And like I said, I've got a different perspective, and everyone else has got their own areas of specialty. So, and it's not like a competition between who has to say anything, because if everyone says their own thing and uses their own voice, then it's very powerful when we all come together. And being in this community, that writing session that we had, I think it was last week, it felt so peaceful, and everything just flowed, because it's a feeling of safety and being supported by the other women, which is just a beautiful thing. And when we do come together, there's just so much power. And I didn't actually want to do any more anthologies. I've done 4 this year and written my own book. As I said, I published that last year, but I couldn't say no to this, because I only choose books and projects now that have a higher purpose. And I know there's a higher purpose for this. And I know the women who have all come together, and you, Geraldine, leading the way, and Karen Weaver, we're just going to create ripples. And I believe it's a very, very powerful book that's coming.
Incredible, beautiful, Lisa. Thank you so much. So to wrap up our lovely conversations this evening, I know Sharon, Vicky, Lisa, you are unstoppable. You are all unstoppable. And I would love just to ask you, what does unstoppable mean to you? And I'm going to go, Sharon, to yourself again first.
Unstoppable means a driving force, having a passion and absolutely moving heaven and earth to get to the end result.
Beautiful. Vicky?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think you just summed it up perfectly. And I think also the capacity to keep going and keep going and keep going.
I love that. Thank you so much, Vicky. And last but no means least, the lovely Lisa.
I think it's resilience as well. I have a bit of a unique story as well, because for a perfectionist, unstoppable can actually be a little bit of a trigger, because it's that, you know, that sort of like a word like perfectionism that's unattainable. So I go through in the story, so I won't go into detail here, but about the transition between accepting, you know, to be unstoppable as a perfectionist. So it's just bringing, as I said, another perspective on something, but underlying is, being resilient and getting back up and facing those obstacles and just heading forward.
I love that. It's so beautiful. And, you know, when I do some of my talks, when I'm out speaking in different places throughout the year, I bring in I am unstoppable as an affirmation for my audience to say. And the first time to say it, it will be a little bit kind of like a low pitch. I'm like, great, that's a perfect practice. Let's go again. And the power when the women all come together and say it together, it's just like a beautiful energy. And I feel, Lisa, as you said there, it's representing that resilience, because life will always bring us challenges, and we can learn to really respond and work with them and allow ourselves time. But the most importantly is getting back up again. And there's many times that we'll all have to face different things, but it's that resilience of getting back up, making it happen, and just being that unstoppable version of ourselves. Ladies, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on this evening. Thank you so much for your time. And I know we're going to see each other now at 9 p.m. in our, which is your 7, Lisa, 7 a.m. In our writing session with the lovely Karen Weaver, where we will spend time having a chat and then just going into our writing, which is very, very magical part of this whole process. So thank you so much for your time. I'm really grateful to each and every one of you.
Thank you, Geraldine.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome, and we'll see you shortly, ladies.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.